Dear God in heaven, please help me to say what it is that you want me to say, to get across the message that you want to get across from this dream that you gave me. I thank you, Yahweh, and I pray to you in the name of your Son, Jesus, Yeshua HaMashiach. Amen. So I had this very beautiful dream. This dream I had today when I took a nap. And so it was a symbolic dream, but it has a really great message. So in this dream, I was a little kid in this dream, and I had a sister, and we had did something bad, and we didn't want to tell our mom. And so we just went off, we felt really bad about whatever it was that we had did. And we just kept playing. And after we felt bad, like, okay, we're just not going to tell mom. And then this dragon, this big, ugly red dragon started chasing us. And we was running from this dragon and hiding and stuff. And the dragon was chasing us because we had did something bad. And we didn't have any protection. And, because our mom, if we would have told our mom, she would have got the dragon. Now, this dragon in the dream was probably about 40 feet tall. But our mom was way bigger than this dragon. And so, but we didn't want to tell her because we started talking to each other like, that's when we started contemplating, should we tell mom? And we was like, well, what if she puts us into hell? And then we just kept running from the dragon. And then we talked about it again, like, and we was like, well, she's not going to put us in hell. She loves us. And she's going to forgive us and everything. But we just don't want to tell her because then we have to admit what we did. And it's so embarrassing. And we also didn't want to tell her because we didn't want to hurt her. Because in the dream, I would see flashes of the mom when we would talk about her. And she was wearing a robe, like the robe that Jesus would wear, like that white robe. But she had on an apron. It's a good dream though. I'm going somewhere. So anyway, and she was cooking, and it was showing that she was this really great mom. And so we didn't want to let her down and tell her about this, what we had did bad, because in the dream I felt like it was something really bad that we didn't want to tell her. We knew that she would forgive us, but we kept running from the dragon again. And then this dragon, like I said, it was like 40 feet tall, and it was breathing smoke. Like the way it breathed, it just breathed smoke. And I knew that fire, I didn't see the fire, but I knew it can come out of its mouth. And so at this point, we running from this dragon, and it's just all day. We can't even play. We can't get away from this dragon. And this dragon is right up on us. And finally, we're like, this dragon is going to kill us. If we don't tell mom what we did, it's going to kill us. So then finally we say we got to tell her. And so we was thinking about just telling her, hey, mom, we did some bad stuff, please forgive us. And then my sister was like, she's not going to go for that. She's going to say, what did you do? And we're going to have to confess our faults. We're going to have to tell her everything. And I was like, oh, man. But we finally just went and did it. And we went and ran to her. And she was in, the kitchen area. And she was this huge giant. Like the dragon was like 40 feet tall. But she was like 200 feet tall. She was huge. And we just grabbed her like, I don't know if she got smaller when we got to her. Because when we grabbed her, we was grabbing her like around her ankles. Or, well, maybe she was still just as tall. But anyway, so we was like, Mama. It was like, Mama, I'm so sorry. We did bad stuff. And then we started confessing to her the things that we did. But God didn't let me hear that part because that part is not the important thing. So anyway, the dragon was right up on us, still looking. It was like right outside. And we was like, Mama, please forgive us. And she just reached down with her fingers. She used her fingers to hug us. And I could feel it in the dream. I literally felt like a little kid. Like I felt my little arms. It was so cute. I felt so innocent. I'm like running around for this dragon. That's why I say it's a good dream, because, I felt like this innocent little kid. And I felt her embrace as she's embracing me and telling us that it's okay. And she's like, you're forgiven. You're forgiven. Then she had stopped cooking, and then she went out to defeat the dragon. And she went with such determination, and the look on her face, I was like, that dragon is in trouble. And so she just ran out. And so that was the end of the dream. But this dream, what God was showing me is how, as humans, a lot of times we do things and it could be really bad stuff, and I'm not even going to name different types of sins. It could be really bad, sins to us. But, you have to understand that Jesus walks through hell. He's seen it all. So, we can't let our own, problems, whatever it is, keep us back from coming to the cross, from confessing to God what we did. And this dream also taught me the importance, again, of how we can't just say, God, forgive me for my sins. If you seriously know what sins that you committed, you need to confess those sins. You need to confess them to God. Now it's okay to say, well, forgive me for any sins I committed, just in case, if you don't know. But if you do know things that you've done, you definitely want to talk about it with your Father. And I believe that God, God was the mother figure, of course, was God in this dream. And I believe that he came to me as a mom because I'm a mom. And I think he wanted, just for me to relate. Like if my kids came up to me and said, Mom, I did bad stuff, I'm going to say, well, what did you do? You confess. Tell me what it is, one by one. And he's the same way, and he's loving, and he loves us. He'll forgive us. He's a dear Papa. He's a dear Father. He's everything to us. The Bible talks about him being our husband, our father, our brother. He's everything, and he loves us so much. So come boldly before the throne of grace and just confess your faults to him, and it's going to be okay. He'll forgive you. He loves you. And he'll defeat that mean, nasty old dragon, which is the devil. God bless you all.